Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about some class balance changes which are coming in next month. And yes, you read the title right, the Bow Braver is getting more buffs, which is a great thing to see. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So as we can see over here, announcements, balance adjustments coming on October 11, 2023, and there are 5 classes which are getting adjustments: the Fighter, the Ranger, the Gunner, the Force, as well as the Braver. So unfortunately, the other 5 classes are not getting any balance adjustments. However, the classes that are getting adjustments, they are all positive adjustments. They're all damage increase, potency increase. So that's the TLDR. You know, if you were a little bit worried that they were going to be nerfing your class, don't worry, no nerfs, everything's a buff across the board. So the first class we're going to go over is going to be the Fighter adjustments. So as we can see right here, class skill adjustments. The following adjustments will be made to the Fighter class skills: Overload as well as Overload Short Cycle. Both get reduced cooldown time, so that is amazing. That basically just going to let you do more damage because you're going to be in overload most of the time, and yeah, it's just good stuff overall. So next up is the Ranger as well as the Gunners, because their changes are exactly the same. As we can see here, the potency of assault rifles will be increased when the potency increase is less than the maximum due to distance, as well as the Gunners is the same thing but with the twin machine guns. The TLDR over here is, in order to maximize your damage as both of these classes, you need to be in a critical distance. You need to be a certain distance away from an enemy in order to gain the maximum amount of potency boost. However, what they're doing over here is they're just going to be giving you a potency boost, is my understanding of this, regardless of whether you're in critical distance or not. So, I mean, makes the class easier to play. For my Ranger mains out there, as well as my Gunner mains out there, let me know in the comment section if I understood this correctly, but that's what I understand from reading this. Next up is Force, and Force is a lot more easier to understand. As we can see over here, the Photon Flare as well as Photon Flare Short Cycle both get reduced cooldown time, so we're going to be able to use your Photon Flare more often, and with the Short Cycle, it's going to reduce your cooldown even more. So basically, this just allows you to do more Photon Flares. Very, very nice. Next up is the Rod Attack Impact. It's actually going to have an increase in potency as well as relaxed weapon action cancel timing. So it's going to be a lot easier to weapon action immediately in order to get a counter or a block or whatever, and increased potency just means more damage, so really nice stuff. But now to the class that I play the most, and that is of course the Braver. So unfortunately, my Katana Bravers out there, sorry, there are no buffs or no nerfs, so that's good for us, I guess. No news is good news for the Katana right now. However, the Bow is getting a lot of love. As we can see over here, the Brave Combat adjusted bow combat finisher so that the bow attack impact gauge accumulates. So they're essentially making Brave Combat work exactly the same whether you're using the Katana or the bow. So with the Katana, you know, when you're in Brave Combat, the more times you hit an enemy, the more damage is going to deal when you do your Brave Combat finish. The same thing's going to happen, but with the bow now. So once you activate your Brave Combat with your bow, you just want to hit enemies as many times as possible and then use your finisher to deal big damage. There's also going to be a bunch of bow adjustments over here. As you can see right here, Flex Arrow, Frenzy Firework, Dimensional Ray, as well as Ceaseless Draw, that's literally like every photon art for the bow, is all getting the increased charge amount for bow attack impact gauge. So all of your bow photon arts while you're in Brave Combat is going to increase that charge amount, so that when you finally do your Brave Combat finisher with the bow, you're going to deal extra damage. So this is a good change across the board, just giving the bow even more damage. So that's what we like to see. So overall, I think these changes are great because it's just making all the classes stronger. I really like this approach that Sega is taking, where they're just buffing classes, tweaking classes a little bit, and just avoiding nerfs altogether, because that's the last thing this game needs right now. People need to feel powerful. We need to relive that power fantasy. So everyone needs to be strong. They need to make all the classes strong, 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 and fun to play. Since there's no PvP anyway, it's all PvE content. So most of the balancing, they just needs to be balanced around the PvE content itself. And yeah, so just buff everyone. Good job, Sega. Continue to do this. Keep pushing the game in this direction and focus on new content. release some new juicy content for us to sink our teeth in. I'm really looking forward towards October. I honestly think October is going to be a really good update. So crossing my fingers, Sega, please do not disappoint in this coming NGS headline. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.